Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have some issues with the 6.0. So we're actually here at Lowe's getting stuff for the last video. But as we were traveling around last night getting this flooring stuff, and today here around Conway, we've it's getting worse. But ever since got the truck back, it had a bit of a death wobble. It had a little bit before, but it got progressively worse when the truck was sitting. Got the truck back, and now we have a little bit of a roar in the front end. I don't know, that might be a dry hub or something. We have a lot of death wobble, and now it did this a little bit before. It's getting a lot worse. When you turn to the driver's side and you hit a bump, not only does it death wobble, but something in the front end is creaking terribly. It's like something's binding up. So that's actually my neighbor. That's pretty cool. But something's binding. So I don't necessarily know what that could be, unless it's this shock over here. If y'all will remember, when we installed the leveling kit on this truck with shock extenders, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but this shock over here was terrible. Had a bunch of hard spots in it and whatnot. So I want to say it might just be toast. And then on the death wobble, I think that could be the track bar ball joint. So we're going to check that out when we get home, and I guess we'll go from there. So this truck, I never put a adjustable track bar on it, or a track bar drop. I guess that's kind of my fault if the ball joint's bad. But like I said, when we get home, we'll check it all out, and we'll see. But anyway, I guess I'll catch y'all here in a bit, and we'll see what we can find. And also, if we run back this way, I'll try to get some clips. That way y'all can kind of hear the extent of what's going on. But I think I know how to do it when we get home. So I guess we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I'm now home. I've been for a bit. Been working in here. I got my 420 out. Took it to the shop. Been working in the house with some painting and stuff. Y'all will have already probably seen that video. But we'll pull this thing down here, and we're going to do some investigating. So I guess without further ado, we'll pull this thing down here. And what I'm going to do is, you can see here we have this little ditch. I can pull across that ditch and kind of load the suspension on this passenger side where I think the problem's at. And the reason I think that is because when you're going around to the driver's side, you're loading that side of the truck, then you hit a bump and you get the creaking. So I'm going to load that side up first. If we can't get anything, I'll do this side. But I'm going to try to load this side up and then jump on the step a little bit and see if we can pinpoint what might be the issue. So let me pull this thing off over here with my turning radius that sucks. But we'll do that real quick, and maybe that'll give us an idea of what's up with this thing. And then to check for that ball joint down there, what we're gonna have to do, you hear that? That's what the deal is. So I'll back up. He doesn't do it. Forward. I'm sure y'all can hear that on camera. You might not be able to, but I'm gonna run over here, like I said, jump on the step up and down a little bit, see if I can make it do it, and then I think my grandpa said he was gonna come out here in a minute and try to help pinpoint exactly what's going on with what and whatnot. But like I was saying, for the ball joint, what we're gonna have to do is just, you hear that? It's grinding. So for this one, y'all might not be able to hear that, but I can just faintly hear it. I can feel it in the steering wheel. So something is not happy. But we're gonna get under there. I think he said he was gonna come out in a minute, and we're gonna look and see if we can figure out exactly what's going on with what, and go from there. Okay, so I turned the truck around to see if it did the same thing over here, and on the passenger side we have witness marks where the spring is rubbing on the frame. So I think the front axle is pushed over, causing it to hit. So I'm just gonna pull it up here on the road. I stepped in ants. I'm getting eaten, but I'm gonna run up here and see if the axle's offset. Alright, so we straighten the wheels out. I'll throw a clip up here on the screen right now. And that is each side of the truck. So the axle is pushed to the driver's side, making that spring closer to the frame, and indeed it's rubbing. So that is our issue. Now we did look, and but we did look in the ball joint for the track bar. Seems tight. Not a whole lot of visible play. Just turning the wheels back and forth. So it seems fine. I'm not gonna say it is or it isn't, but it seems fine. So I guess it is very possible that the cause of our issue is the death wobble and everything is due to the track bar pulling the axle over to the driver's side. So I guess that is going to be our issue. So now I have a couple options of what we can do here. I can get a adjustable track bar, or we can get a track bar drop bracket, or we could take the leveling kit off, go back to stock, but that's not really an option. Well, it's not a feasible option for me. I don't want to put this thing back to stock and all this stuff. Or we could order like a 3-inch rough country lift, because I have a 2.5-inch level on this thing right now. So I need new shocks. We need a new track bar or a track bar drop bracket, and probably would not hurt to have radius arm drops to kind of fix some of the caster, because these new springs or the leveling kit it pushes the axle down, in which kind of tilts it. So it really wouldn't hurt to have those as well. So if we look at cost, Bilstein shocks that I looked at for this thing are like 190 bucks for the front. So if you do front and rear, because that's what the lift kit will come with, if you do front and rear, just throw that together, 380. I looked, and the track bar brackets are about, I think they're about 180, 185, something like that, or maybe they're 160. Radius arm drops, I think they were like 100 or something like that. I don't exactly remember on those. And then the rough country lift with the bottom spacer, just like I have now, is $450. So in that instance, kind of just makes sense to just buy the 3-inch, go up another 1/2 inch in the front. I'm not going to lift the rear of this truck because this truck has airbags. I've already talked about that before. I don't want to mess with airbags on the rear, and I don't have any need to lift the rear of this truck anymore. Now, just doing a 3-inch, it's not going to squat the truck. It's not going to look ridiculous or anything like that. It'll just be a little bit higher in the front than it is the rear. But if we ever want to fix that, all we got to just put air in the bags. So, I mean, that's kind of that. I think I have a air fitting to the bags leaking, but I can just air the bags up and it be level if I want to. So, that's not a big deal to me. I don't mind a little bit of lean. I don't want to be looking at the moon going down the road, but I don't mind a little bit. So I guess that's our options. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna do some searching, see what I can find. I kind of wanted to do an upper spring spacer level instead of a lower. I don't know if it makes any difference, honestly, but that is something I had looked at doing. Again, I don't know if it makes any difference or if it doesn't, but aesthetically they kind of look a little bit better. You can powder coat them and make them look nice and all this other stuff, but that doesn't affect, I don't think it does anyway. I don't think it affects the function of the truck at all. It's just a little better form. So we'll do some searching, see what we can find. I don't think it'll hurt to continue to drive the truck. Just got to pay attention because of the death wobble. So I guess, again, like I said, I would reckon that, again, we're probably okay to just drive the truck. I think it'll be fine. Because I can't see, and my grandpa said the same thing, he can't see any like visible wore down parts or broken parts or whatever. It's just the spring rubbing on the frame. So anyway, I guess it is something I want to get corrected, just to have it right, if you know what I mean. But I will do some looking on that, but it's not like a super urgent thing. So I'm gonna do some searching, like I said, and I know I'm not comparing rough country shocks to Bilstein shocks. I know Bilsteins are probably better quality, but I'm sure they're better than what I have on here now. Because if I show you all the rears, y'all are really gonna get a kick out of that. So let's take a look at those. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that guy there. He's pretty crusty. I mean, yes, that bag has no air in it, but these shocks are pretty crusty, and I really need some new ones anyway. So I'm gonna say crappy shocks or great shocks, it's not really gonna matter right off, because, well, I need shocks anyway. But anyway, guys, I guess that is it. So like I said, I'm going to do some research, see what I can figure out. But guys, I think that's going to be right for this video. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'll show you these two. So those pretty rough. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video or maybe found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope everybody has a great day.